I have the written statement or written sort of the speech already there, already I think circulated. I always prefer complete informal way, talk, exchange, or real feeling. And particularly, the very purpose of our meeting, not just sort of a friendly meeting or some kind of formal general meeting, not that way. In Tibet, I think usually we believe around 6 million people, I think are really passing through constant threat and fear. Through that way, if over billion other Chinese brothers, sisters, and some other people really gain some benefit, then from one viewpoint, maybe okay, sacrifice few people and then gain more benefit to majority of people. But that's also not the case. The quite number of Chinese also now, I think their initial reaction a little bit, I think too much emotion because of government propaganda or government sort of way of presentation about Tibetan crisis. But eventually things become clear that many Chinese feel very, very uncomfortable. Even I think quite a number of Chinese came to see me express their sort of apology. And then more important, the people from China, most populated nation, ancient nation, and decade by decade becoming more important sort of nation. Now eventually, many Chinese, you see, their sort of ambition, eventually Tibet, eventually people from China should be a superpower. It deserves, because most populated nation and the cultured people, hard-working, long history. So now in order to become superpower, respect from the rest of the world, and the trust is, I think, very essential. Look, former Soviet Union, as far as military power, including nuclear weapon, almost becomes superpower. But that superpower brings more fear, isn't it? During Cold War, I have a few occasions to visit the German border with East Germany. So sometimes when I spend, you see, one night that area, and I also, you see, sharing the fear of the local people. Oh, if something happened, then tomorrow what will happen? That kind of, see, fear. So I wish, and also Chinese people also, I think, certainly I think feel, eventually people from China become superpower. That superpower must give humanity peace, happy, proud. So therefore, the people from China sort of policy regarding Tibet, this is not a question of how to control 6 million Tibetans, but implication, the overall picture of People's Republic of China and a long future. Today, obviously, people see many nations, sometimes even little appeasement, right? Appeasement, what do you call it? Palatable. And praising China because of the economy. And then these are actually hypocrisy. It deep inside, nobody likes totalitarian system. And no freedom of speech, no freedom of thought, no freedom of religious belief. That nobody acceptable. To nobody, that is not acceptable. But meantime, you see, hide these things and then showing some positive attitude. These are hypocrisy, not good. So I think Chinese people also should know that. The respect, the friendship from the rest of the world, one genuine one, is much better. So therefore, I really feel the people from the Tibetan issue and also Rinpoche refer, you see, the Xinjiang issue. These things, I think, something very much related with long future of people from China. And also, I think Hong Kong people, one way, sometimes they feel now they return to motherland. So anyway, proud. Now no longer British rule. It's good. But at the same time, it also brings some uncomfortable fear, uncertainty, their future. So up to now, some smiles there, but behind that smile, what is going on there? Nobody, I think, very, very sure, isn't it? I feel like that. And the Taiwanese also, yeah. Of course, one China idea is good, but at the same time, you see, in deep inside, a lot of sort of anxiety, a lot of fear, is it there? And then I spent 50 years in India. The official level, or some Indian businessman, it's a smile, but underneath, some kind of suspicion, distrust. There. Not because Chinese people are bad, no. The system. And I think genuine totalitarian or Marxist sort of socialist system, I think we carry genuinely, and then also they regarding minority as written in the constitution, and also those choose autonomy law. The concerned people really carried these sincerely. Then I think, okay. Recently I met some Chinese student. They have the view of China. Still, a lot of poor people there. So for them, the economic development is more important than political freedom or these things. So they asked me one question. Under these circumstances, maybe better a centralized authority than democracy. Then I told them, look, India, almost equal population, over a billion human beings. And then look, East India, West India, South, North, different script, different language. So some cases, even some South Indian refuse to study Hindi or speak Hindi Hindi language belong to North. Some resentment. Some cases, I think, even refuse the India's present national anthem. Like that. But all remain genuine union. Because democracy, freedom of speech, independent judiciary. So when Indian Army, also the convoy, or goes here and there, the public never sort of express, never show fear. Sometimes the local poor Indian, sometimes they say, fight to Indian army, Indian soldier, and Indian police also. So there is real freedom, no room of fear. I think we are human beings. The great Chinese people also human beings, really practical human beings, hard-working human beings. I think the Chinese tradition obey the leadership. Even if leadership says something wrong, still yes. I think that's gone. One time, the Jonathan Maskey asked me, why is the Chinese government very much sort of critical about you? That many years, in 1980s, honestly, he asked me. Then I told him, I'm not acting like yes minister. So therefore, the Chinese government doesn't feel uncomfortable. So the Chinese people also, great people. Now I think enjoy freedom of speech, freedom of thought. I think last 60 years, if Chinese people have sort of opportunity to utilize one's own creativity nature, I think China may develop more advanced in science field or technology in many fields. Centralize, not letting individual sort of creativity come active. So therefore, Tibetan issue, from the viewpoint of overall interest of the long future of peoples of China, I think Tibetan issue, and also Xinjiang, so some connection. Some Chinese brothers sisters actually, you see, expressing their wish the Tibetan struggle eventually can lead more freedom in China proper. So in any way, you see the situation of Tibet and also Xinjiang as well. And also I think many Mongolians in Mongolia, I think because it's in the smaller number, there is no opportunity to express their deep feeling. Otherwise, I think a lot of resentment there is quite clear. So therefore, now our meeting is something serious. So there is no room to carry a superficial way. So I feel this is something very important. Why? As I mentioned earlier, there is crisis. That crisis, the implication of that crisis related with future of peoples of China. So now, unfortunately, among the top leaderships, I think their main concern is how to keep power. Unfortunately, not much thinking about long-term interest of the peoples of China. That's unfortunate. However, government is government. People is people. So since last year crisis, I openly sort of express now our faith towards the Chinese government, communist authoritarian government. Our faith become thinner and thinner. But to the Chinese people, never shaking our faith. So since then, every occasion I try to meet Chinese brothers sisters, mainly intellectuals. So response also very good. Now, although our meeting, they may not much influence to the Chinese government. Or worst case, I think already there is some signs that our meeting is, there is some movement plotting, plotting or against the Communist Party or something like that. In any case, our meeting is what we call conspiracy. Because a conspiracy is not conspiracy. So they, I think, look negatively, but to the people, particularly to intellectual people, I think we should, from our meeting, we should discuss. And firstly, I think we should create the positive atmosphere among the Chinese intellectuals or eventually Chinese people. Then secondly, problem which we are facing is our mutual problem, Tibetan problem as well as your problem. So we all have the responsibility to solve this problem. Then, so therefore, I wish, I want more sort of what's today, different suggestions. What is the way? I do not want to say best way. So it's a way, even not best, doesn't matter. Just some different suggestions, views. What is the way to solve this problem? So that I'm waiting some ideas, you see, some suggestions, including some constructive sort of criticism, very essential. Our part, as Professor Sangdol mentioned, in spite of this setback, our position is no change. We are ready, as soon as some signal comes from the Chinese government, we are ready to continue our dialogue. So criticisms or ideas, new ideas, new suggestions, most welcome. So that's the main purpose of gathering. So I'm looking, although I'm leaving tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to hear, you see, the result of your discussion. For 3 days, 2.5 days. So I'm looking forward, you see, there's some concrete ideas. Whether implemented now or not, doesn't matter, but some, you see, concrete ideas that I'm hoping. So we are passing through a difficult period. So I think basically, because of our intelligence, we human beings, I think one good thing about human nature is when more difficulties, more challenges there, you see, that should not look that something bad and discouraged. Should not look that way. More challenge. Realize this is opportunity, best opportunity to show our inner strength, mainly intelligence, wisdom, and try to find ways and means to overcome these challenges. So I'm just another human being, nothing special. So last 60 years, a lot of challenge, a lot of difficulties. But each difficulty is, of course, for a short moment, little anxiety, and sometimes desperate feeling, but overall more challenge, more determination. And also recently I met some Tibetans who come from Tibet. They also expressed to me same way. Things become more difficult. You see, their determination, their spirit becoming more firm. So that I think we human beings, this intelligence, so I think we have the potential, you see, to keep our determination and make effort, every effort. Then there's Tibetan saying, the 9-time failure, 9-time effort. So like I think when we first meeting, so a little bit is more enthusiasm. Then after the Tengamin event, then 1 decade passed, another decade passed. So sometimes, unfortunately, I noticed some of the young Chinese, also some other sort of nationality, you see, just after Tengamin, you see, their mind very fresh and full of enthusiasm. Then at that time, when I had the opportunity to talk with them, and I told them, we are elder refugee. So already more than already is 30 years. So we have more experience. So things take time. Important to keep our determination and continuous effort. I told them, it is unrealistic. Expect something happen soon. So therefore, that I want to share with you. In spite of difficulties or obstacles, our determination for just cause, for larger benefit to larger people. That's something very sacred goal. So please keep your determination. Thank you very much. I have the written statement or written sort of speech already there, already I think circulated. I always prefer complete informal way, talk, exchange, or real feeling. And particularly, the very purpose of our meeting, not just sort of a friendly meeting or some kind of formal general meeting, not that way. In Tibet, I think quite a number of Chinese came to see me express their sort of apology. And then more important, the people from China, most populated nation, ancient nation, and decade by decade becoming more important sort of nation. Now eventually, many Chinese, you see, their sort of ambition, eventually Tibet, eventually people from China should be a superpower. Benefit to majority of people. But that's also not the case. Quite a number of Chinese also now, I think their initial reaction, a little bit, I think too much emotion because of government propaganda or government sort of way of presentation about Tibetan crisis. But eventually things become clear, and many Chinese feel very, very uncomfortable. I think usually we believe around 6 million people, I think are really passing through constant threat and fear. Through that way, if over billion other Chinese brothers, sisters, and some other people really gain some benefit, then from one viewpoint, maybe okay, sacrifice few people and then gain more benefit.